Hey guys, here we are at the lake. This lake is full of different wildlife and nature, different reptiles like lizards, snakes, turtles, different amphibians like frogs, tons of frogs around here. I love the wildlife, so that's why we're here today. I want to know, what is your favorite reptile? Mine's the snake, and my favorite amphibian is the frogs. So like I said, frogs are definitely my favorite. If you guys can help me out today and solve a couple problems and get your work done, I think I might be able to find you a frog and show you up close. What do you say? Do you think you can get done your application problem and the problem set and we can find you some frogs? In order to get to the pond where all the frogs are, we need to cross this huge lake. So I have my boat, I have my paddle, and of course I have my life jacket because I'm not the best swimmer. But in order to cross the lake, I need you guys to solve a couple fluency problems, a couple practice problems, just so I can make sure I have the energy to paddle all the way across. Good luck. All right, guys, here we are out on the lake. I need you guys to solve these problems. Each problem you solve, I get to paddle a couple more times so we could get to the frog pond. The pond supposedly is right through that bamboo over there. So you guys can start solving the problems. Oh no, hold on. We're gonna crash. We've made it. Good job. All right, guys, good job making it to the bamboo forest. Now, in order to find our way, which way to go in here, you guys need to solve that application problem. Once you solve that, we'll know which direction that pond really is so we can find that frog. Here we go. All right, guys, let's do our application problem. So the pond is full of frogs. There's a whole pond of frogs. And I'm gonna try to catch 3/8 of those frogs. All right, so here's our pond. It's full of frogs. I'm gonna try to catch 3/8 of those frogs. The question I'm gonna ask you is how many frogs will be left? What's the fraction of frogs left? So when we set up our problem, we will do one hole. This is the whole pond, and we're going to catch 3/8 of the frogs. So we're going to take away these 3/8 to see how many eighths are left. All right, since we split into eighths, I think I'm going to change this one into 8/8. I make it 8/8 because I want like units. Now I can subtract 3/8. 8/8 minus 3/8 is 5/8. Another way to look at it, if we had our number line. 0, 1 whole. Let's look at our number line. I'm going to split it, remember, into eighths. So right in the middle, that's half, or 4/8. This would be 0/8, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, and 1 whole is equal to, that's right, 8/8. So if you look at it this way, this was our whole pond full of frogs, 8/8. And we're gonna catch 3/8. So I'm gonna catch them, take them out. I'm gonna take away 3/8. 1/8, 2/8, 3/8. That leaves me with 5/8. 5/8 is our answer to our application problem. Good job, guys. All right, Professor Butler said you guys did a great job on your application problem. So we made it out of the bamboo forest. Now, as you can see right over there, that's where I heard all the frogs are. Let's cross over this bridge and let's head over to the pond. Now, you guys need to head back to Professor Butler to do your problem set. He's going to teach you a couple new things. When you're finished, meet me back here. For our lesson today, we learned how to add fractions. We learned how to subtract fractions. Today, we're going to learn a little more how to add and subtract fractions, now with more than 2. So we'll have problems like this. 1/3 plus 2/3 plus 1/3. Today we're going to learn how to add not just 1, not just 2, but 3 fractions all together. How we could start this problem off is taking our first 2. Let's add our 1/3 plus 2/3. 1/3 plus 2/3 would give me 3/3. Next, we could take our plus 1/3. 3/3 plus 1/3. Remember, our denominator stays the same. 3 plus 1 equals 4. Our answer is 4/3. Or it is 1 1/3. Because I know 4/3, the numerator is bigger, so I can make 3/3 and 1/3, which will equal 1 whole and 1/3, because 3/3 is a whole. If you look at this in our rectangular model, denominator is 3, so I cut them into thirds. 1/3 plus 2/3 plus 1/3. That will give us our answer of 1 whole and 1/3, just like we got here. Here comes another one. We have 5/8 plus 5/8 plus 3/8. I'll give you a second to try to add this one up. All right. First thing I know that I'm going to do is I'm going to add my first ones, my first 2. 5/8 plus 5/8. Remember, our denominator stays the same, and I'm going to add 5 plus 5, which equals 10. Now I have 10/8. My next step is to add our 3/8. What is 10/8 plus 3/8? Denominator stays 8. 10 plus 3 equals 13. Since our numerator is bigger, that means we can make a whole number out of that. What would 13/8 equal? How many wholes? And what's left over? If we break this up, I know I have 8/8, which equals our whole. And then I also have, we're at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's 5/8. So now I have 1 whole and 5/8. All right, we are going to do one more problem. This one's a little tricky. 1 4/6 minus 5/6 minus 2/6 equals. All right. 1 4/6 minus 5/6. So we have our like units, but can we do 4 minus 5? No, we can't. So we need to make this whole into, let's see, 6. We'll make it into 6, 6, and we have 4/6. So 6/6 plus 4/6, 6 plus 4 would equal 10/6. So now we know 1 4/6 equals 10/6. Now we can go ahead and subtract. 10/6 minus 5/6. Denominator stays 6. 10 minus 5. 5/6. And now it's our next step, minus 2/6. Denominator stays 6. 5 minus 2 equals 3. Our answer is 3/6. All right, we're coming up on the end of our problem set. I need you guys to solve these two problems for me right now. The first one, we have 3/8 plus 2/8 plus 7/8. I want you to go ahead and try that on a paper with your pencil. I'll give you a couple seconds to get that one done. The next one is 1 whole minus 1/4 minus 2/4 equals what? On that same paper, you can write down this problem and solve this one. All right, so first one you should have done, denominator is 8, and we add up our numerators. 3 plus 2 is 5, right? 3 plus 2 is 5/8 plus 7/8. 5 plus 7 equals 12. Answer is 12/8. And I know I can make a whole out of that because I know 12/8. I can make 8/8 and 4/8. So that would give me 1 whole and 4/8. Another way I could have done this problem is by drawing out the fractions. If I want to draw my rectangular models, cut it into 8ths. And then another one. I split into 8ths because that's my denominator. So my answer was 12/8. So let's see, I'm going to shade in 12/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that would give me the answer of 1 whole and 4/8. For a subtraction one, we know 1 whole is everything. It's the whole pizza. And we're going to make it into fourths. So we have like units. So 4/4 minus 1/4 minus 2/4. For this one, if you wanted to draw it out, we have 4/4 to start with. We're going to subtract 1/4, and then we're going to subtract 2 more fourths, which leaves us with 1/4. Or when we subtract 4/4 minus 1/4 is 3/4, and we'll subtract, right here is 2/4. 3/4 minus 2/4 equals 1/4. So for your homework, you're going to have 2 ways you can solve the problem. You can draw it out and add it, or you can solve it this way, where you have 4/4 minus 1/4, do that first, and then add or subtract that third fraction. Good job today. You guys solved your work. Did the problem set, did the application problem. Here we are, and I think I found our frog. Since you guys did all your work and did what you're supposed to, now it's my time to catch this frog. As you can see, he's sitting there right on the edge. Stay tuned as I catch him. All right, guys, here he is. We got you the frog. Good job today. I'm gonna let him go. All right, now it's your time to get into your Succeed book. Module 5, Lesson 18. You're going to go ahead and solve these tonight. Remember, you can always check back on the lesson on the Edpuzzle, or you can check out the YouTube video. Tomorrow during our math meeting, we're going to go over this sheet that you have done. If you have any questions, make sure you write them down so tomorrow when I check in with you, you can ask me then. Good luck.